Once upon a time, in a land very far from here, lived an evil witch who owned many fields outside a small, peaceful village.
I'm the best. You will not.
Oh, look at all that lovely lettuce just waiting to be picked. I know the baby would love to eat some. Wouldn't you, darling? Husband, pick me some lettuce. Husband, I'm speaking to you.
I'm trying to hammer.
But baby and I want to have something to eat.
I'm a blacksmith, not a cook.
How about getting me some of that scrumptious lettuce from the witch's field? It looks awfully good.
Are you completely mad? We're forbidden to even set foot in those fields. Who'd be foolish enough to try to pick that crop?
A brave, loyal husband.
Sweetheart, please find something else to satisfy your appetite.
My own husband refuses. Honey Bunch, baby says she'd like some fresh lettuce for her little tummy.
Tell her I'm sorry.
Come back. You're pitiful. I'm ashamed to be married to a man who's blind to the responsibilities for his own baby's health and welfare.
Forget it, dear.
You're a thief.
Just be grateful our baby has a father who's sensible enough not to get himself killed.
Honey Bumpkins, I'd be so grateful. And I'm sure a big, strong man like you is not afraid of magic.
Yes, I am.
Huh? Oh, I'm married to a terrible brute. You claim to love me and then you'd let me starve to death? Oh, you're cruel. Oh, I can feel my life slipping away faster and faster. I hope you're prepared to feel as miserable as you've made me feel.
And so that night, the blacksmith sneaked into the field.
That was close. I don't like being out here at night. I have a feeling nothing good will come of this. Boy! Here, dear. Good?
Oh, it's scrumptious, husband.
I'm glad, but remember, you must never ask me to go back there to pick any more.
Yes, I'll remember.
But the lettuce had been so good, and promises are sometimes so hard to keep.
Oh.
You seem weak. Is there a problem?
Husband, I'm so...
Oh, dear, is there a pain in your stomach?
Yes, but husband, my stomach.
Is the baby coming?
The baby refuses to come, my husband.
What do you mean?
I mean the baby wants the proper amount of greens in its diet.
I'm confused.
What's the matter with you? Don't you understand anything? Lettuce, lettuce, I need more lettuce.
Oh, you must try to stay calm for the baby's sake.
For the baby's sake.
I must be completely mad. Come on!
What are you doing in my lettuce field? Nobody steals from me and gets away with it. You're going to pay for this dearly.
Oh, please show some mercy to me, please.
Mercy? I'm not familiar with the word. I'm going to punish you as an example to all humans who dare to come steal from me.
Punish?
You heard me. I'm going to use my magic to teach you a lesson.
I'm just a poor blacksmith whose wife is pregnant. She persuaded me to get some lettuce for her, but I meant you no harm. I swear, I meant you no harm.
So you blame your wife for making you pick my lettuce, do you?
I am being honest. My wife told me that the baby just wouldn't come unless I picked some.
Interesting. And because I believe you're being honest, I will permit you to take as much of my crop as you may want.
Just because I'm honest?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course, I will expect a little something from you in return.
What, to come back here no more?
You must promise to bring me the child your wife has in her belly as payment for your crime. I will raise it as my own, far from here. I will give it more care than its own mother could.
You must be joking.
Do I look like I'm joking, little man? Maybe a small sample of my magic will convince you, abracadabra!
I promise. Please spare me, won't you?
A promise made is a bargain done.
Tell me, wife, aren't you even the least bit apprehensive of the promise that I made to the witch last night? Bargain done, promise made.
Our child feels very happy, husband.
A short time later, a beautiful baby girl was born.
Hush now, baby, hush.
Here, give the baby to me.
Yes, being held by her mommy will stop her crying.
Husband, a whole week has passed and the child's safe. That silly promise you made meant nothing, just as I told you it would.
Yeah,
She meant to frighten you away from there.
I suppose you're right. Is something wrong, wife?
That wind blowing has frightened her.
Huh? I believe somebody's at the door.
Just branches banging the roof.
Loud branches. Huh? It can't be her.
Why don't you go see what it is? Baby's being disturbed.
Nobody around. I guess I'm just letting my imagination get the better of me. Honey, you were right. It was probably branches.
Hello, I've come to claim my promise. A promise made is a bargain done. The child belongs to me.
But you mustn't. Oh, please.
Oh, a child!
Never fear, I'll be both mother and father to the child. And out of kindness, I'll make a spell of forgetfulness. Other babies will come and make you forget about this one.
I can't believe it really happened.
Their hearts were broken to have their little baby taken away from them. But the witch was right. They did have other children, and the memory of their first stolen child began to fade. And by the time they had their third child, the first baby was forgotten. 16 years had gone by, and in a high tower in the middle of the deep forest lived a beautiful girl named Rapunzel, the same girl the witch had taken so many years before.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me!
All right.
That's my obedient girl.
Rapunzel was trapped in a tower with no steps, so she could not come down. The witch wanted Rapunzel for herself and wanted no one else to see her.
Ah, Rapunzel, play something for me.
Yes, ma'am. Ready?
You seem depressed.
It's not that, but my mind's filled with 1,000 questions.
Curiosity can be dangerous, my dear Rapunzel. What is it you want to know?
Oh, thank you. Please, are you my mother?
How many times must you be told? No, I'm not your real mother. I'm your foster parent, your grandmother. But I did raise you from a child.
Yes, but why did you have to raise me, Grandma?
I'm a kind woman.
I know you are, Grandma, but did something happen to my real parents?
A witch cast an evil spell upon your parents, but I was able to save you.
How awful. I'll never be able to thank you enough, Grandma.
Your obedience to me is my reward. All I want is to keep you safe from harm.
Oh, I see. To keep me safe.
Yes.
Grandma,
Well, now what?
I'm sorry, Grandmother, but does that mean I have to stay up here in the tower for the rest of my life?
But, my dear, I come up here to keep you company. Nobody else can climb up, so you're safe as can be, Rapunzel.
Yes, ma'am.
Rapunzel's life did not change until one day the prince of the country was wandering in the woods.
What? Whoa.
And in the distance he heard exquisite music being played.
Oh. Where could that beautiful music be coming from?
The prince followed the sound and soon came to a tower which stood in the middle of a small clearing. And a very strange tower it was.
The only way into the tower is by that window. And that's too high for anyone to climb. There's just no way I can reach her. But she plays so beautifully. I've got to meet the woman who makes that music.
The prince was spellbound. He felt hypnotized by the melody. In the evening, when he returned to his castle, he could still hear the music playing in his mind. In the days that followed, Rapunzel continued, as always, to play for the witch, never dreaming that not far away someone else was listening too. For the prince had returned every day to enjoy her playing and to plan how to meet the maiden who lived in the tower.
Rapunzel, let down your hair. Yes. Lower.
Huh?
Now, raise up your hair, Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Yes, Grandmother, what happened? Did you forget something?
Aha! Don't be afraid, fair lady. I mean you no harm, I promise you. Here.
Forgive my asking, but who are you, sir?
I am the prince of all these lands, and I have been sitting beneath this tower for several days now, enchanted by the sound of your lovely music. The music you played sounded so open and free, but the tower seemed like a prison with totally impregnable walls. It's lucky for me that I have a talent for mimicry. Imitating people's voices, I mean.
Oh.
When I saw that old woman climb down your hair, I realized that my chance had come. I'm sorry to have been so rude. We men are somewhat impulsive, I suppose. So forgive me, please.
I have no idea how a man should behave. I've never met one before.
How utterly amazing. You mean that you've been a prisoner up here since you were born?
I was brought here as an infant, and that woman who calls herself my grandmother has kept me here ever since.
You mean you believe she's posing as your grandmother falsely?
Yes, I do not believe she's a good person.
Dear Rapunzel,
Yes?
I had hoped against hope that the woman making the exquisite music I was hearing would be as beautiful as the melody she was playing.
Were you disappointed to meet me?
To the contrary, I'm afraid your music, pretty as it may be, isn't as beautiful as your face, Rapunzel. Sweet Rapunzel, all my life I have been hoping that I would meet a girl just like you. I love you.
Rapunzel had also fallen in love, and when the prince asked her to marry him, she agreed. He would come to visit her every evening, but to avoid the witch, he would leave in the morning. Though he had secretly wed Rapunzel, he was unable to get her free of the tower.
Husband, if you could just find me some silk and bring it to me every time you come to visit the tower, I might be able to make a rope out of it. Then possibly, when it appeared to be safe, I'd climb down and I could stay in your arms forever.
Yes, that's a good plan, my darling, but we'll have to be very careful.
Yes, I'd have to hide the rope from my grandmother.
I've come to believe that woman is really an evil witch who could be extremely dangerous.
Yes, if she were to find out, I'm afraid something very terrible would happen.
There now.
That night, they fell asleep peacefully. But when the new day dawned,
Oh no, I've overslept. I've got to get out of here fast.
Yes, you must not let my grandmother find you here, my prince.
Farewell.
Treachery. There, ladies, that'll teach you a lesson. I keep you here for me, not for some filthy man, you ungrateful little wretch. You'll pay for this.
No, te quiero solo para mí. Me has engañado.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Huh? What's the matter, darling?
Sorry, Prince. Rapunzel seems to have disappeared from here.
Disappeared? What have you done with her, you witch? Where are you hiding her?
Too bad, sire. You'll have to find another girl.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, anybody who tries to make a fool out of me pays a price.
Huh? I'm warning you, old woman, if you've harmed Rapunzel, I'll... What have you done with my wife?
I'm afraid she's not a part of this world anymore, Your Highness.
You murderer!
Oh, aren't we upset, though?
Oh, I must have revenge! Oh, oh, I'm doomed. I cannot live without the light of my life.
You want light? Here! She's not dead, Your Highness. I sent her to a distant land. What a pity, dear Prince. I'm afraid it'll be impossible for a blind man to find Rapunzel.
But I must find my Rapunzel somehow.
the prince, blinded by the thorns, did not even return to his castle, but set out at once to find Rapunzel. He wandered to many faraway lands, but still he could not find her. He searched the towns and the wilderness, but he could not find her. And though many years had passed, he had not given up.
Rapunzel!
Mommy! 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 Look, I found some strings to play your harp with.
What a thoughtful boy. Now I can play a lovely song for you.
Oh, yes, Mommy. Play your special song for me.
It's the same melody. Could it be possible?
That's my mother playing her harp. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, very beautiful. Quickly, please, tell me her name.
Why, it's Rapunzel.
Oh, my Rapunzel, my wife. Can it be that my search has finally ended? I'd know that sound anywhere. It is.
Oh.
It's you. Rapunzel, my love.
My prince! Oh! Huh? Are you...
Don't worry, my darling. I'll be fine now. I found my love at last.
What awful thing has happened to you, my darling?
I hope that you can still love me, Rapunzel, dearest, even though I am blind.
Of course I can.
Huh? Oh. Oh. I can't believe it. Your tears of love have cured my blindness, darling.
This is your son.
This handsome boy is mine.
Yes, my husband, and I'm so very proud of him.
Your father is home, and I'll never be separated from you or your mother again. I promise you, both of you.
The prince returned to his castle with his wife and son. His people had missed him and were very happy to have him back again. The three of them lived there together, happily ever